welcome to another Simon Says Stamp video. Today I'm starting out with this stamp from Hero Arts in Basic Gray. This is the floral dot background, and I'm going to be stamping 2 sheets of layering paper from Hero Arts. These are both cut to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 tall. This is Daffodil and this is Shallows, and I'm going to be using some Hero Arts colors with them as well. I'm going to use Butter Bar and Soft Pool, and that's just to get a tone-on-tone effect. So I'll start with Butter Bar, and I'm just going to ink up the stamp really well. Then I'm just going to press the paper down onto the stamp. I'm really going to use my fingers to get that pressed in as evenly as possible. It's a really fun tone-on-tone background. Now I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing but with the blue paper with the Soft Pool ink. Okay, now I'm going to do something a little bit differently. I'm going to take the yellow cardstock or the yellow layering paper, and I'm going to cut it in vertical strips. And then this one I'm going to cut in horizontal strips, and I'm going to weave it together. So, you know, weaving just like we did back in elementary school or primary school. I'm going to do something a little bit different. So I'm going to go ahead and cut those that way. Okay, I have 2 really thin strips of just scratch cardstock. I'm going to add adhesive to these. I'm just going to run a little bit of Tombow Mono multi-glue along the edge. One of these, and I'm just going to place it on the little strip. They don't have to be straight, but as I put these on, I'm going to match them up pretty closely. Doesn't have to be like the same stamped area, but I want them to be straight compared to each other. Okay, so you only need 1. I forgot about that. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to kind of go under them alternately. So just like this, and then bring it up as tight as you can. We're going to cut off the end a little bit so it doesn't have to be completely perfect. But just like that. And then take another strip, and this time I'm going to go under the opposite ones. So I'm going to go under this one and under this one. And then you bring this one up as close to the other as possible. And it'll be really tight. If you need to, you can leave a little bit of space in between. Alright, so now I'm going to take another strip. So you're going to get like different parts of the pattern peeking through. Alright, and I'm just going to continue to weave these until the whole thing is filled. Okay, so now I have this kind of woven pattern. It looks really cool on the other side as well. If you wanted to do a tone-on-tone white, I think that'd be really pretty. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a bunch of adhesive to the back of this and then put it straight onto some scratch paper. And because I'm putting adhesive on every single strip, everything's going to be glued down. Alright, I've cut it down to 5 inches tall by 3 3/4, and I've got just a couple edges that are still kind of sticking up. So I'm just going to glue those down. Alright, I have some Neenah Desert Storm environmental cardstock here that I'm going to adhere this down to the front. I don't want to cover up a bunch of our cool weave pattern that we've done, so I'm going to keep the sentiment really simple. I'm going to go ahead and adhere this first. Alright, so I have this little bit of Neenah Solar White cardstock. I'm going to use this stamp set from Hero Arts. This is the Sending You Love stamp set. I'm using Colorbox Fluid Chalk Ink and Charcoal. Really pretty image there. I'm going to trim this out with my scissors. I'm leaving a little bit of a white edge, a tiny, tiny bit white edge. I'm going to take my We Are Memory Keepers Crop-A-Dile, and I'm going to use the smaller, let's see, it looks like it's 1/8 punch. You can use just a regular, like any hole punch. I just don't have a regular hole punch, so I'm going to be using this one. Punching out the little ends. Now I have some gray baker's twine from Doodlebug, and I'm going to be wrapping it or tying on the sentiment. So I'm just threading that through. And it's going to go down here at the bottom, right there. And it's going to wrap around the card. So because it's going to wrap around the card, I'm going to cut a little tiny slit in the fold so that I can put that string through. So just a little tiny spot. So I'm just going to put both ends of the string through the slit. I'm going to pull it kind of as tight as where I want the sentiment on the card. And then I'm going to take one of the string ends and I'm going to thread it through our sentiment tag here. Alright, and once I have it to that point, I'm going to go ahead and take a little foam adhesive and I'm going to put 2 of them underneath here. Because I want it to stand up away from all the weaving, but I do want the string to be tight. I'll put it right there. Alright, I'm going to bring this other tail up and I'm going to tie it in a bow right up by the sentiment. And just cut off those tails. So, hope that helped you guys out and gave you an idea for what you can do with your background stamps. And I will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching.